Yes, we are in the chat. Professor Melly Mail, the Hood Postman. You know the vibe. What's going on? What's going on? It's Friday. You know what it is. Let's see where we at. Shout out to the chat room. Shout out to the mailroom nation. Professor Melly Mail, the Hood Postman. Y'all see what I got in the background right there. I got my Malcolm spirit going, right? How you guys doing this Friday? It's good to see everybody in the chat. Flint, Michigan is in the house. Mustafa Williams. Ben, what's going on? GD Royalty, what's going on? Bodacious, man, what's going on? E Money, Marlena Williams, Chili Willie, what's going on, man? What's going on? We in the chat. Today we're gonna I invited the brother um Ayatollah Marv, and we really had a great conversation. You know what I mean? And I just want to, OG Bam, what's going on? I just wanted to give him an opportunity to come on, and you know what I mean? Because what you guys don't know, man, that us Comptonites, and I would say this, I can't say this enough. Shout out to the mailroom goons, the mailroom nation. I can't say this enough. We have a great deal more in common than we do not in common. Often we have disagreements, but two things can be true. Two things can be true. So with that said, I just wanted to, extend. I reached out to the brother, and we had just a really really great conversation, and I offered to have him come on to, you know, the Hood Postman, because we're about that mail, man. We deliver, man. How you guys doing on this Friday? Blue Shoes, what's good? What is good? Good to see you here, bro. Marlena Williams, Crystal Brand. There you go. Brain. Crystal, what's happening? Greg Bennett. Compton is a special place, man. You know what I mean? And I invited the MūījMin. The MūījMin is the believers, one who stands firm in his beliefs. So hopefully we won't get too time delayed. Man, everybody is here. E Money, Duke Luke, what's going on? So what are you guys up to this Friday? You know, let me start off by saying this, and I think I said it just the other day. There are no shortcuts to any place worth going. It's just not. It's just no shortcuts to that. You know what I mean? And we know we all have been involved in taking shortcuts in life, and often that shortcut end up where you wind up down a bad alley, a bad road, or just a bad destination altogether. So we go through life and we go get our soul lessons. You know what I mean? But we have to free ourselves from ancestral trauma while mastering soul lessons and cultivating the space for the abundant to flow. And that's what this is about. This is what this mailroom is. This is what the mailroom nation is about. Is about allowing the abundant to flow. Because here's the thing. History is medicine for a sick mind. Because within history, it has a variety of human experiences that you could learn from and teach from. But two things can be true. Two things can be true. And hopefully we'll get the brother in here soon. I don't know if he's in. I don't see. What up, Cynthia? Trying to wait. Let me see. Cynthia, let's see. Okay, there you go, Cynthia. United Streets of America. Shout out to United Streets of America. Shout out to G. Lou Show. Everybody in the chat. Hopefully, our brother will join us soon. I just put a link in the chat, Cynthia. Craig Moore. Let me send the brother a message, and maybe we can get him in here. Right on, Dwayne Alexander. Right on. Let me see, can I send the brother a message? Robert Richards, how you doing, bro? Let me send the brother a message. Eastgate 613. Shalom, brother. What's up? Stan the man is in the house. What's good, Stan? How are you today? I still haven't heard from the brother. I've spoken with him. Maybe he's having technical difficulty. Hopefully he can figure it out and get right in there. Jack Tripper. Right on, Jack Tripper. I made you step your game up. Yeah, man, I got I got Versace, Gucci, all of them, man. These right here are Saul's, man. I like them. And they actually got prescriptions in them, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I try to keep it cool, keep it calm, and keep it smooth, you know? Let's see. Rashad, what's going on? Peace and black power to the live. Peace and black power to the people, man. Salutations, Cynthia. Let me check on Marv again. OG Steve, what's good, man? How you doing out there? What's going on in the Bronx, bro? The mailroom is in the chat before we get started. Matter of fact, Bodacious, you still in the chat? Let me send you a link, Bodacious. Tap on this link, Bodacious. Tap on this link and come into the chat. See that link, Bodacious? Tap on the Hood Postman link and come on in, bro. Okay, here we go. Here we go, Ayatollah.
Sir.
Ayatollah, my brothers, greetings.
Salam alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam, man. I like to greet the brothers in the language of the believers, the Mūījmīns. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
How's the brother? I can't see you. What's going on with your camera, brother?
Is it moving?
Yeah, all I see is red and green, brother. You got the right colors, red, black, and green.
Red, black, green. You can see my face?
No, I can't see your face at all.
Wow. Let me see. Let me see what's happening with this new mechanism.
That's all it is, man. These kids know, you know what I mean? They know this stuff so easily, man. You know, they get right in.
Yeah, I have to get all the techniques from my grandkids and my kids.
Man, Cynthia do the same. And I often use my granddaughter when the stuff get too technical difficult for me.
Yes, sir.
And
is it any clearer now?
No, it's still all scrappy.
I'm gonna have to get my daughter to see what I can do with this camera.
Okay, go ahead. Take your time, bro.
Give me 1 second here. Let me get the technician, get my my social technician here, and I'll be back in a sec.
Allah, may Allah bless you and your technician. So back in, Bodacious, are you still in the chat?
I see you in I see you in your black and white.
Absolutely, man. I put on my, you know what I mean? I put on my headgear, you know what I mean? My shamat, you know what I mean? For the occasion, you know what I mean? And let you know, man, I'm your brother. You
Yes,
my
sir.
brother.
So, man.
Because here, a believer is not truly a believer till he want for his brother, but he want for himself.
That's right. Can you see me better now?
I'm gonna add bodacious in here too.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, bodacious in here.
Okay, okay. What up, big bodacious?
What's happening?
Everything good?
This bodacious Bubs, not Larry.
Huh?
I said this bodacious Bubs,
Okay.
Not Larry.
not Larry, not Pudding brother.
Okay, okay, okay.
You know, I think we was at a few meetings or something together. You know, trying to keep the peace.
Oh, for sure. I mean, that's what we got to do.
Exactly, that's the agenda.
Yes, sir.
So it's good to see you, bodacious. How's everything going for you in Las Vegas?
Everything's well. Everything's well. You know, just staying
Good.
focused. You know me. I'm just trying to do my part in making a difference.
Oh, that's
Well,
good. Where you at in Las Vegas, bodacious?
Yeah, I've been out here for about 20-something years now.
Okay, I'll be down there on the 12th.
I'm flying out tonight. I got a project I'm doing in Seattle, and I'll be gone for about 3 weeks. I'm remodeling a house out there.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just staying busy on the grind too. You know, the grind don't stop either. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely, man. You see, I got my God in my spirit right there, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. They still here. They left the blueprint.
That's the ancestors. That's why I say freeing myself from ancestral trauma, mastering soul lessons, cultivating space for the abundance to flow.
Exactly.
Because
Exactly.
everything he was, everything I am.
Can you see me better now?
I can't see you at all, Ayatollah. I don't know what's going on with your camera. Do you see us at all?
Oh, I think it's starting to come in now.
Y'all clear.
Your sound look like your camera is distorted.
Or it's like something blocking it or something. Yeah.
Can you see me now?
No. By any means necessary, though.
Oh yeah, because even if we just get the conversation, it's gonna be historic.
You know, my face ain't that important. The government know my face. You know what I'm
saying? You gonna make me block mine out now? You know
yeah. Yeah, I don't know what the hell.
So, brother Ayatollah, right? Okay, we lost him for a minute. Maybe it bounced back.
Right.
So,
yeah,
bodacious, man, give us a little background on you, man, while we waiting on Ayatollah, man. So the people in the chat can know exactly who you are and what you had to go through to get to where you at today, if you can, if you will.
Well, you know, I'll narrow it down because I got a few videos that I'm quite sure most people are familiar with who I am. I'm one of Compton's finest. You know, I was one of the founders of In Hood. And I was there pre-gang. You know what I'm saying? I was there when we all just used to go out and play and went to school together and built relationships. And then kind of, you know, we got into the Panaz family thing, which was lowriders and stuff like that. That's where, you know, your Majestics and all that come from. And then like in 72, that's when the Crips came to Compton, when Tookie opened up the boys' home and on Atlantic and Santa Fe and Pine. So, but I know Pyru was out before that because when I was going to Kelly, they had Pyru boys, you know, like it had to be like 70, maybe even 69, 70, 71, something like that. I knew Ezel Miller and his brother Diamond and Frank Boyd and all that. We all went to Kelly together. So we was all cool, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, I know Fruit Town was out then too. because that's just the name of the trees and all that stuff that's in their neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Orchard, cherry. You know what I'm saying? That's how it became Fruit Town, and they were out. Like I said, I'm not old enough. You got to remember, these guys was out. I was a kid. I was like 13, 14, and it dawned on me. You know, I was, it's crazy because I was these kind of the dudes I was banging against Bartender and Icky and I'm 13 and Little George and Ricky Pitts and them dudes, and I'm like 13 in the 7th grade, going to Roosevelt. Putting them will come to junior high school. You know what I'm saying? And push a line, and I just didn't have that fear of them. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'd have probably been Pyru if my brother would have never got shot, because all Compton was Pyru at that time. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of cats are in denial, but the only real original black gang from Compton is Pyru. Crips come from LA. So it's kind of, when I was listening to Ayatollah, I was getting some of the history that's like before, because Treetop, you know, I know Spencer and all them part-time. And you know, it's funny because me and his sisters and them used to be on Kelly's school roof after school to jump off the roofs and stuff, you know, just doing nonsense. You know how kids are, just nonsense. And his brother, I remember his brother, when we got to Dominguez, had the Riviera, you know what I'm saying, little part-time. And the relationships we had, like I said, it kind of got us through, where it's just certain things you just didn't let happen to certain people, because they knew your parents, and you know they've been over to your house before. Like I said, we was in elementary school together, so it was a bond there that I kind of wish, you know what I'm saying, it didn't go the way it went, because Compton is like, it's a small city, but it's just like you know, it's like a diamond in the rough. When you put pressure on certain people, that you know, they come out like diamond. We got great people come out of Compton, still coming out of Compton, you know. So like I said, when I got into the gang thing, it was different because it was more of a family structure. Because we was paying as family, and then they put the Crips on the end when that migration of Crips came. You know what I'm saying? It was going, if I'm not mistaken, back then it were going to be Pyru Crips, but Puddin and Mac Thomas got into it, and they just wasn't going for it. You know, the Pyru, it may have lasted a week or two. You know what I'm saying?
Can I iterate on that?
Sure. Go ahead.
Like brother was saying, the origination, the first word Pyru boys came in 1962. The Bowen family on Pyru Street, all of them are bank robbers. You got Nicky Bowen, you got Harold Bowen, you got Terry Bowen, you got Dennis Bowen. Dennis is, and then you got Horston. But Dennis them robbed the Capitol Bank on Compton Boulevard in 1973.
So let me, for a little clarification, you mean the original Pyru boys were bank robbers? The first mention of Pyru boys, what happened is, we were going to school and we used to play football because on Pyru Street, everybody had 5 to 6 boys in their family. So it was a big street. So our side was Treetop. That's the timeline that we had off when you started your first discussion. The first main streets from the 50s to the 60s was the Swamps, was Front Hood. Fruit Town wasn't even Fruit Town at that time. They started off as Lazy Loafers. Tony Lane's father, Ernest Lane, and them boys, they were Lazy Loafers. After the Lazy Loafers in 63, 64, Larry Cheeks and Reggie Holland, Chucky McNeil was Car Thief, and they was the Bliss Boys. I know all them.
So they are our neighborhood, from the Canal to Rosecrans. I mean, the Canal going back east to Central, from Rosecrans over to Compton Boulevard, we was all Treetop, because all our streets are named after 3. Okay.
Right.
So it wasn't Palmer Block, or it wasn't that existing. I started Treetops, and my relative told me before he moved off of Elm Street, he moved to Granby, and he said we was Treetops because we was the Blackjack Boys. We ran the bridge.
So at what point did the Orr Street Boys enter?
So now, as we go on, like I said, Boot Hill, that was Larry Childress, Bobby Childress, and Greg Taylor. Their neighborhood was right next to the graveyard. So before they had Lantana Block and all that from Caldwell all the way back was called Boot Hill. Then the Grandees came along because the Grandees had that cul-de-sac and everybody hang out in the Grandees. So as we go on to on the other side, which is Treetops now. At Tony Lane, when they moved from Watts, they moved on.
Wait a minute, Ayatollah, let's distinguish. This is a different treetop from the one you were speaking on, right?
That's a different side of the treetop.
Okay.
When Tony moved his mother went to the Youth Authority, and he came back. Ernest and Birmingham had moved on Spruce Street. Now they were 50 Christians. Now on that side of Wilmington, none of them claim treetop because most of them, matter of fact, all of them went to Wall. We went to Enterprise and Vanguard, so they was outnumbered. So James Ledman, Barnell Willis, Clinton Senegal, they never claimed the hood. So when gangbanging started, that's why Monk and all of them on that side, most of them dudes that was over there before Treetops they was all claiming Ludus Park. On that side. Now,
that's Robert Mosley and Timothy Mosley and Zachary McGee.
Yeah, Mosley, all of them, they all
claimed 10.
Right. All of them was they all went to Ludus Park. Now, how Fruit Town came about, it wasn't the Fruit before Benjamin O. Davis was, right?
Yeah, I remember when they built it. Big old hole,
right? I remember that too. I remember they built Davis too.
Benjamin O. Davis, and was where Dickerson Lighted School is. All Mexicans lived over there, and where you see Walnut and said they was all strawberry patches and farm food, and so the Mexicans would sell fruit in front of their house, and we called that Fruit Town. That's how town first came about, because they was lazy loafers across Rosecrans. The blacks were. So then, after everything came about, after when Reggie Holland and them all grew up, they little Bliss Street boys went down. Now you got another young.
Somebody got some background noise.
Oh,
that may be me.
Oh.
So they was Orange Street, and then when everything went down, they became Fruit Town Piru, because I got out of prison in 1976. By 1977, I made $100,000 on Cherry Street. So I claim a hood where I make my money. Ain't nobody jump me in the hood. I've been the boss ever since Y. And nobody run me. I run that, and shit Slick saying about who the big homie. The only reason I'm not Slick's big homie, because I'm not from Wemos or B13. Right. That's why I'm not Slick's big homie. And the only reason he got to be a Campanella, because they had affirmative action and they needed a Mexican.
Okay, Ayatollah, okay, you got it off. You got it off. Let's not go there.
Yeah, Slick with your slick ass. So yeah, that's so the first acting of the Piru boys, Mickey Bourne. When you talk about a suitcase full of money, Mick them had hit a lick, and Mick had a '62 Cadillac. We playing football out there. He come and tell us to come.
Is that Mickey Blue?
Mickey Blue, yeah. Mick was the first man that I wanted to be just like when I grew up. I'm like 11, right? Mickey, I don't know, y'all too young to know what bow dollars are, but I
know what they are.
No, we know what bow dollars are.
He turned over a whole satchel full of bow dollars and told us to pick what we want to pick, right? And so y'all want to see some money? He opened the trunk of his car, and this man had a big chest full of $100 bills, little faces, right? Miss Boy, Mickey, you better not be giving them boys that much. Quit that. You close that trunk, right? So a couple of days later, some white folks came. Now I later found out it was the Fed. They go to Miss Boy, they go to Miss Bowen's house and they come out. You know, they see little niggas playing. They think we'll tell them anything. So they ask us, man, you know the Pyru boys? So I'm like, the Pyru boys. So they said they called Lonnie Hall, Clarence Grandy, and Mickey Bowen, right? Have you seen these three guys? They're like, no, we ain't never seen them. And they said they live on this street. So that was the first anomaly of the Pyru boys. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the history, how Pyru Street always been an active street in getting money. Hijacking, Terry and Jerry Nelson, Sugar Man's brother, they took off the first armored car in 1968 for $180,000. It was unheard of. We was robbing thrifty stores for $3,000. So they was the first ones to take off an armored car on 135th and Figueroa. Was
Yaya over there back then, Ayatollah?
No, Yaya stayed in Spook Town.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh no, you talking about little Yaya? Yeah, Yaya's my age though.
Yeah.
Yaya, he stayed on Everest and 142nd. Yeah. Yaya graduated with me.
Okay, that's my partner right there, man. Yaya.
Yeah. That's not my day one dog. We went to Vanguard. We did everything together. He went to the feds. I went to the state.
Okay.
I did petty murders and shit. You know, y'all did them federal white collar crimes. You know?
Yeah, me and Yaya and Michael Williams, we were all together in Terminal Island.
Okay. Yeah. Yaya's that's my man.
But
right?
I knew Yaya from the streets though. Prior to that, because of Captain Shaheed and Abdullah and Rashad and all them brothers, because I had a relationship with them as well.
Yeah, because Yaya was staying in Richland Farm then.
Right.
Yeah, him and his family.
So, Ayatollah, so people have been asking me in the chat, and I'm just going to ask you this one question, but I really want to get your opinion about what can we do to change the identity of Compton today? And I want to know, does gang membership represent the identity of Compton? So let me come back to that question. But what I want to know is that you went to prison in 1968, right?
Yes, sir.
When did you get out?
1976.
So what at that point? What was it? Go ahead.
I went to Youth Authority. We got busted for a robbery murder. I got a six to life youth act, and I went to Youth Authority. I went to DVI and got caught up in DVI. Got stabbed in 1969. I went down to YTS.
Okay.
So I was down in YTS and went through the program in YTS and was 28 days to the house, caught a hot one on a prison ride. And I'm the first youth to ever go from YTS straight to San Quentin, not Tracy, not Soledad. I went straight to the adjustment center.
So what was it during that time? Because we're talking about a George Jackson era. What was it like for guys that was coming out of Los Angeles, Compton, Watts, whatever, entering into the prison industrial complex? It
wasn't too big of a choice. Well, in Compton, we didn't have no sides as these kids have it now. It was Compton or nothing. You dig what I'm saying? Whatever we fought with the Swamp, fought with Spook Town, fought with Front Hood. Me and George Jenkins, Clarence Rucker, Greg Williams, all of us, we was all, when we got to YA and prison, it was up against everybody. You feel what I'm saying? So
it's kind of not to cut in, but it's kind of like that still. When I was in there in the 90s, when we was in Calipatra, we come down from Folsom and open up Calipatra, it was Compton and more of a black thing, you know. So we all got along, you know what I'm saying? Even when I got to Chino, the twin from Ludus Park was giving me ice picks because the Mexicans was trying to take off, and, you know, they hook up with the white boys. So it's kind of like, it's crazy how the dynamics switch once you inside. So it's still got them codes that we live by in the pen, how we all get along.
And just like you say, we have to understand what our culture is and how rich our culture is. A lot of people are in denial. They sleep on time. You feel what I'm saying? We got great things from the penitentiary. Man, I mean, we was no nonsense. Every line I done been on, I done pushed it. You know what I'm saying? I've never do nothing to another black because I got too many white and Mexican victims. You feel what I'm saying? So you start understanding that how can I be mad at you because you got a color on or you live on a side, but I'm not mad at the police that just killed my homeboy last week. Or I'm not mad at white America that cut my mother's lights off. How do we hold grudges on each other so long?
So Ayatollah, how do we deal with the ethnic identity being, because everybody believes around the world that the ethnic identity of Compton is represented by gang members. What do we do to change that?
Why do we need to change it? Because, I mean, before the Republicans, they was the Whig Party, right? They was a mob.
Right.
They were the Federalists. They was a mob. And we ain't going to kill as much each of us as they didn't kill of them. We never look, people don't look back at the history of America. You feel what I'm saying? It came from corruption. We're not as them. So what black old niggas like us, we be in denial what really happened. So now we try to hold you a fault for it, right? Or I can't talk to these young girls. If I can't talk to you, I didn't have none of my older homies scared of me, bro.
Right.
So now 30 years of crack cocaine, 30 years of prison, we done got scared of our kid. I will die before I let a youngster say some irrelevant shit to me, bro.
Right. That's just like our pride won't let us do that, you know, Ayatollah. And the thing is that it goes real deep as far as we're just responding to a system of injustice. We're just responding to it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like if you put a bunch of rats in a cage, the strongest rat gonna take the cheese. You know, so it's the system that created this, and we have a self-hatred that we've been indoctrinated with over centuries. You know what I'm saying? Because everything we've seen was hate. We never seen freedom. We even protest for equality and not freedom because we never seen freedom. We don't even know what it is. So there's a master indoctrination that we think backwards. You know, we still address ourselves with the N-word. You know what I'm saying? Which is according to American standard is 3/5 a human. So when you reduce a person to something, then they start to live like that and think that's what they are, and it becomes a norm. So we have to re-educate at the same time the youth as to the system that created this. All this was created in America. Like I said, God made man, niggas were created in America. You know, so once you come up from under that stigma that we're less than, and we can start see, I don't care about titles. All I'm saying is we got to stop doing harm to each other and come like-minded. And that's the thing that where we can make a lot of changes. So where the senseless killings, these senseless killings got to stop. I don't care about the name. We just got to stop the senseless killings to a point to where, and you're gonna always have killings. Don't get me wrong, because humans kill humans. It's just the way of nature. But at the same time, it's the senseless, stupid stuff that we can kind of put a hinder to. And that's my agenda. You know, I've been doing this, trying to work on this. Me, Cynthia, Melly, and a whole bunch of other people have been trying to do this for some years now. And we've had some progress, but it's more now that it ain't, because the Crips and Bloods are kind of kicking it now. You know what I'm saying? It's more now revenge killing. Like this dude that killed my nephew or my niece, and I'm going after him, and they not really even gang members. They just family members. You know? So to me, the violence has to stop amongst ourselves. And like I said, I know you're not going to stop domestic violence or some crime, because everybody going to eat. But some things we can hinder to a point to where we can get together and make some changes and bring resources to the community. That's what it's all about. Everybody ain't eating. You know what I'm saying? We got to bring resources in. You got these cats that's supposed to be OGs or triple OGs. Like you said, that they want this, they want fame. They want to jump on podcast and stuff like that. You know? So,
Big Dave in the chat, Ayatollah.
Huh?
Big Dave's in the chat.
Oh, is that right?
Hey, Dave.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hey,
I just want to say hi to Cynthia. I ain't seen Cynthia in a while. Hey, Cynthia.
What's up, Marv? I ain't seen you in a minute.
I'm working. You know what I'm saying? I got to eat.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
Right.
That's right. What's up, Marv?
Hey, Sid, what up?
Marv, my brother, my big brother.
That's right. That's right. I called Sid yesterday in my feelings, right? And she like, hey, Marv, you know I would never say nothing against you. I'm gonna call Mel right now. I'm gonna call him right now. Man, I'm like, you let that bozo ass slick call. I said, man, my homeboy. She's like, I'm gonna get him on the phone right now. And me and Mel had a grown man's conversation, and we found out that we have more alike than we have difference.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
And that's what you're saying, Bodacious, about our life. Because I found out something early in the game about murder. Killing somebody, you don't stop at the police station. It's somebody mad about that body.
Yeah, exactly.
So it don't get no better for you. You dig what I'm saying? There's a problem. I got stabbed 3 times in prison for the iniquities that I was into. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
I feel the pain of that. So our kids today, it's the situation. See, we did stuff. We kept the crime rate up with Beauty's Only Skin Deep. It's growing. But just think, if I hear "fuck my landlord," I'd be a serial killer today.
Right. Some of us was anyway. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
we have to. We can all identify what the problem is. The solution is the media. We allow these folks to put this type of stuff in our homes, and we use it as a pacifier for our children.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? I walked in my daughter's house one day. My little 4-year-old grandson was playing San Andreas Fault, right? And this dude, 4 years old, he's wrecking cars. I said, Keely, that ain't how you say, nah, Granddaddy, that's part of the game. You don't know. So if this dude is wrecking cars, running over people at 4, what do you think he's gonna do at 16?
Yeah, it's like I said, it's bad. It's bad with when you let other people control your narrative. It's just like they pick out heroes for them, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that, you know, and these holidays and religion. It's a mass indoctrination. It's a mass backwards teaching, you know what I'm saying, with religion and all this, and it's just to keep control. It's how to divide. And once I realized that, I didn't find, like I said, I didn't get no sense that I was like 40, you know, and I just came to the realization that, hey, I'm my worst enemy because I'm acting out the way I was taught, you know what I'm saying, in these public schools and all this other churches and all this stuff. And I had to ask the important question: why are we like we are? You know, we wasn't born like this. This is how we're taught. Just like we speak English. I ain't never been to England a day in my life. You know what I'm saying? I speak the Queen's English. I'm very fluent in the English language. And I'm like, wow, who taught me this? Why I'm not speaking Arabic or Swahili or the other African dialogue? Why my heroes got to be Al Capone and all these white dudes? Why my heroes can't be Shaka Zulu or Nat Turner or Malcolm and Sir Jonah Truth and all this? Because them was the real heroes. Them the ones that paved the way. So that's the thing we got to really kind of turn the corner with, is the backwards teaching and the mass indoctrination to keep us just off balance and undereducated.
In order to get to the truth, we got to first take the lies out. But what percentages of our community are empathetic towards what's going on in front of us now? Because there seem to be a percentage of triple doubles, or however you want to label that. They seem to be empathetic to what's going on. What's your thoughts on that, Bodacious, Marv?
I think my thoughts are just like I was saying. Some of them are still riding that wave. You know what I'm saying? That America's the greatest country that ever existed, and you know Jesus is long hair and blue eyed, and you know, Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall and all this stuff. It's so ingrained in our psyche to the point to where we think this is normal. This is how it's supposed to be. Like I said, that's why we ask for equality instead of freedom, because we just don't know. It's ignorance. And some of them, you know, it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks.
Pick up on that, Marv.
I look at the other syndrome of that, and most of our OGs, most of us are so broken, and we you know, it's a big void in your life that you never got back. You never had a chance to be a grown man. So now here you are 50, 60 years old, telling some people about what you did in 73 that you never really did. You was in the house,
right.
Lights came on. You were scared of your dad, so now you done messed off everything that your parents gave you. You lost your wife. Now you're in the park bragging on some stuff that you never done. So we have so many broken black men, from the same way that black men came from Mississippi and Texas and Alabama, was tired of segregation and came to California broken, and they thought it would be better, and they find out that segregation, you got racism in California so subliminally that they got to the promised land and there wasn't no promise for them.
I like to add this to this. I say that the baby boomers, which is most of our generation, is responsible for a lot of what's in front of us now, because the baby boomers are the ones that were actually in the crack area, the Sherman and crack area. The baby boomers sold the mama's house, sold the business, sold everything for a little or nothing, just to be participate in that lifestyle, which was the end result was nothing for nothing leaves nothing, you know. So what's your thoughts on that as far as the baby boomers go, Ayatollah? Because belong to somebody.
Elaborating on what you said about baby boomers, and I'm kind of in that, the baby boomers, and our people moved from Mississippi and for a better life. So they never told us what the struggle was. And we thought we had entitlement. And a lot of kids, didn't have to really had good grades, and they did all this, but they never were prepared for what white America did for them. So after their mother died, they thought they was gonna party like Prince till 1999. And then the bubble burst, and this he's sitting out here by himself. Now he don't know what to do. Like you say, crack came in. Crack was the worst thing ever happened to us. You dig what I'm saying? When the crack era came, I was in prison most of the crack era, but the part that I saw and the devastation that it left, it made life so sad that, you know, you got dudes selling crack to their homeboy's mother and getting deals with, like, you break up a whole family. You feel what I'm saying? So we got so entrenched on not caring for each other. Now you got young children that they got entitlement too. They don't feel like they got to work. You ask a kid now to take out the trash, he look at you real funny. You gonna give me $20? No, I'm gonna let you live tomorrow. You know, so we had such a era where we lost all parts of. It was a time that you come just like Mexicans do now, living 15 and 20 in the house. Blacks did that in the 50s and the 60s when they ran Mississippi.
Absolutely.
And so now we got so independent. I don't even want you to live with me.
So yeah, that'd be family members too, and that's sad. That's the division.
Family members.
Matter
of fact, I would let you live with me before I would let my sister.
Right.
Ayatollah, my early experiences, right? My whole family, we all lived on Aprilla, off of right behind Enterprise at that back gate where Enterprise was. We had one house and another house across the street, and all those people came from Mississippi and Texas.
Right.
Last one of them. You understand? And you probably know my cousin because he's around your age. His name is Kenny Smith. He's been in prison forever, but I don't know if you ever ran into him, but he was off that street, off that Aprilla.
Aprilla, swamps, over in the swamp area.
Yes.
I know a Kenny Smith, but it may not. I know a Kenny from Compton.
Yeah, he's from Compton, Kenny Smith.
You know, yeah, we lost that connection. You feel what I'm saying? And and then you come to an era where dudes now fathers is not in the home. They didn't Shanghai us most, like I was telling you yesterday. If my my oldest sons had it depended on me to pee, they'd be sitting down because I was in prison and they was around their mother. Their mother sit down. So I'm glad they became men, but I didn't do anything about it. You feel what I'm saying? So we lost a lot of, we're scared to real. You go to the penitentiary, like Bodacious talking about the penitentiary in the 90s. I paroled from Ironwood in 1995. It's a whole change regimen. We trip on each other, you know, like Compton don't. Like Bam was on yesterday. I came down from San Quentin, and I was supposed to go to Soledad, and they sent me to DVI. It's 960 Crips on the line. They tell me, man, you can't stay here. I'm like, why can't I? So the whole thing, everybody every day was talking about killing me. But Bam, Santana Mike, they man, these Crips, but I'm a Pyru, but we from Compton.
Yeah, it's from Compton, right.
You know what I'm saying? So I walked that line for 5 months, and the police was tired of me and just transferred me out because wouldn't nobody do nothing. You know what I'm saying? But we had nobody want to take it head up and shit. A Bam came out one day. I'm going to chow. Bam come out with a red sweatshirt on, like, you know, like. But that's how deep I've been dealing with him since he was a little kid. You know what I'm saying? But we've lost that unity. Like you were saying, Bodacious, Bloods and Crips don't fight no more. Pyrus is killing Pyrus.
Right.
Like, you know, you deal with somebody that's in another set before you deal with your own people, envy and jealousy. So get to a place where we start backbiting. We didn't become such a devil ourselves. We don't even see it no more. So it's up to us I'm in the street I stay in Chatsworth. I come down to Compton every day just to show my young homeboys if I made it, anybody could.
Right.
You know,
right.
It ain't what I say to somebody, it's what you do with them every day. I don't smoke with my homeboys. I don't drink with them. I'm a grown man. So I try to elevate them one at a time. Lot couldn't get one. So we can just raise one, we doing a job.
We're doing some justice, yeah.
So we hope to get them all. But if we can't get but one at a time. And Compton's a great place, but we don't allow our OGs, we move out to Lancaster and shit, don't never come back to the hood, but to brag on some shit.
Right. They don't come to do nothing, and then when you get there, like I said, you got imposters. You got like
you got a gang of these people that room. Like you say, Bodacious, Cynthia been right there on Long Beach Boulevard with no help for years.
Right.
Every time somebody come in, they'll run off with the mayor, run off when money changes people.
Oh yeah, that's one of the bottom lines that and like I say, when you get people that really never had anything, it's easy to dangle the carrot in their face. You know, like I said, we did that Compton and Power thing. It worked good for a while as far as the violence, because that's my whole agenda. When they start passing out checks, cats start getting ulterior motive. Not all, but a lot of them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then what I was like tripping off of is that when they got the money, it's like put it back where, like I said, we could start little league football or baseball. We had a phenomenal baseball game that was historic. You know what I'm saying? That stopped because we wanted to play the police next. You know what I'm saying? To just show them y'all ain't all that. You know what I'm saying? We could beat you in that too. But then, and that would have drew in to where, you know, you had a community that's basically getting to know each other again. Like when we was coming up, we was trying to do certain things, but I didn't understand that the politics in Compton, the political people wasn't with it. It was the city council was against the mayor. They fighting worse than Crips and Bloods. You know what I'm saying? Or Bloods and Crips and Crips. And when I found that out, I was like, we could never achieve anything when the higher ups are more corrupt than the gang members. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing I was starting to say. Now we got to get our politicians and put them in the office so they can get sources for the
If they don't vote, how can you hold them accountable? People have to
Because we don't
vote.
have voting rallies. We, like I said, ignorance is bliss. And a lot of people, you got people right now that will vote just because somebody say vote, or they don't research the person's portfolio or whatever. You got, it's just like religion. You got people claim Christianity because their mama was a Christian, ain't never read the Bible. You know what I'm saying? So
But then too, Bodacious, when we talk about voting, we got city of Compton, the mayor ain't got but one vote. The city manager runs our city, right? The city manager,
right.
he's the one pay checks for everybody. But like you said, see, that's where we have to come together on.
Hello?
Gang members. If we get 1,000 gang members, Pyros and Crips together, and put our votes in, we'll vote in who we want to vote in.
Hey, Ayatollah.
Go ahead. 700 votes. 800. The mayor wanted to talk about a landslide with 1,400 votes.
I was just getting ready to say that. The votes don't even be mass votes. It'd be like 800 people, 1,200 people.
Yeah,
we got more homies than that.
That's right. And all we got to do is put them together. Because see, I got to say right now,
population.
We got 45,000 registered voters in the city of Compton.
They got 90,000 population. I don't know how many registered voters.
They got 45,000 registered voters. In our last election, it was total of 6,500 votes.
Wow.
Out of 45,000 registered voters in the city of Compton.
That's why I'm trying to get Cynthia to run, Ayatollah.
Yeah. Why does she need her to run? You know,
she got my vote.
Yeah. So all we see, I got a petition right now, and I've been had it, and I came up with something. Do you realize in the city of Compton, we were the first black-run city west of the Mississippi's in 1971, right?
By Mayor Ayatollah.
We've had 14 black mayors. We've had a black city, a black police chief, black fire chief, black city council, and out of Compton, name me one black street.
Wow.
I'm waiting.
Yeah.
You can't.
We'll be a skeleton before we do that.
Y'all too young, but it's a street that's named after a black man that a white man named it, right?
Right.
In 1963, the mayor of Compton, where Everest Street in my neighborhood, on Everest and Poplar, it was called Alabama. And because it was called Alabama, when Medgar Everest got killed, the mayor named it Medgar Everest. All y'all know is Everest.
Oh, okay.
If you go to 120th, if you go to 120th in the county, when you go over there to El Segundo, Imperial, it's still Alabama. But he changed it, Alabama Street. That's where Huey Taylor, the police chief, that's where he grew up on Alabama Street. And they changed it to Everest, Medgar Everest. Everybody just knows Everest. So I'm trying to get 3,000 votes that we can name either Willowbrook or Wilmington Barack Obama Boulevard. What's so hard about that?
That's not hard at all.
If we can't get 3,000 people, we in a bad Muslim position, huh?
Yeah, you are.
But the thing is, we just got to, like I said, if you campaign and you get the right people campaigning, it'll be a landslide. You know what I'm saying? Because
you know, I can do it with my crew. I can say a couple of dudes and this and this and that, but I don't know too many dudes from y'all side. You feel what I'm saying?
But we do. That's the thing. That's how we come together, like-minded.
And that's why, like Mel was saying yesterday, about how can we come together, you know, and if we have like minds as elders. They say elders is for God, young men are for war, right?
Right.
So we're supposed to give good counsel and give. The only reason these youngsters is killing like they killing, we ain't giving them a direction.
Right. They misguided.
Yeah. Football game, the basketball game, what homies taking pills, but we don't tell them.
And that's where you got to get them to understand how the politics work. with the city council and all that, the treasury, the mayor, and all that.
I was telling Mayor when I was in YTS, Huey them had the special service, and they got the special service center on Wilmington and Rosecrans. Barnell, Willis, them, they wouldn't nobody go to it, so they pulled me out to holler at the homeboys, right? So I took this program called Operation Stop, Students to Organize and Plan, was out at Washington, D.C., right? And I started a youth council. I got 4 dudes from every high school, Dominguez, Centennial, and Compton, and put them in and showed them how city government worked. Out of that youth council, my youth council members were.
Hello?
Okay. Lawrence Adams, who was the city manager of Linwood, Omar Bradley, Walter Tucker, and John Johnson.
He's breaking up.
Yeah, he's breaking up. I think Ayatollah might need a new phone because I think his camera is broken.
Yes, you think so?
Yeah, because it's like when your screen is cracked, all the colors go across. That's what it looked like. Like your camera screen might be broken.
No, it's not broken. It's one of them pixels. It's supposed to be the top of the line camera, supposedly. So, but that's what we have to do.
Free Larry Hoover, right on, man.
Right.
So Marv, how profound was the structure of the Nation of Islam growing up or going through prison and even coming out of prison? How did that help you, guide you into the man you are today?
Well, I got into the Nation of Islam on the street, in 1964. I got the structure in the 60s after the businessmen, the rebel rousers, the gladiators, the Slauson, when all of them dudes, once they went to prison, either they became BGF or they became the Nation of Islam. And most of the dudes that went from Tracy or Soledad, they came and checked into Mars 27 down in LA. So you see most of the dudes that's out of Orthodox Islam are businessmen, ex-Slausons, because they got a newfound identity once they got in prison. You feel what I'm saying? So it was so predominant at that time because the nation was moving in the 60s. We had the cafes, they had the restaurants, they had the stores, they had the whiting fish push thing, they had the bean pies. So they were going through the community pushing up. I mean, all you seen was Muslims in the 60s. I mean, in groves, and it started falling off in the 70s with the gang contamination. So like I said, when I was in the Nation of Islam, I was in YTS. I was in TS when the first Crips came in there. Ricky Bonneville was Minnesota, Crazy Crip Kevin Williams, Bunchy Griffin, Scooter, Stanley Watkins, Chipper. Them was the first little murderers that came through YTS. As brother was talking about Pan Ass, one day Bunchy Griffin came and got me and said, Marv, you talking about ain't no Crips in Compton? Yes, a Crip in Compton. I'm like, a Crip in Compton. So this brother, Valentine comes over. He like, yeah. I said, where you from, dude? He said, man, I'm from Compton. He said, I'm a Pan Ass gangster Crip. I'm like, Pan Ass? What the hell is Pan Ass? He like, Pan Ass? Man, you don't know what Pan is? I'm like, hell no. So he said, man, on the other side of Long Beach Boulevard. I said, nigga, that's Linwood. We ain't consider that Compton. When they had the bowling alley and Ludus Park was all white people doing shuffleboard.
Right about that. I remember the shuffleboard in Ludus Park.
So that's when you were saying how big the east side was compared to the west side, bro. Incorrect, because before Hollywood, it was Pan Ass Gangster Crips. Before Lime Hood, it was Fraley Crips. Before the mob, they was Linwood Crips. Marcus M brought all of that shit in.
Right.
Lewis Park brought all of that shit in.
And that's why I explained it the way I explained it. I told the east side is like man, you don't get no bigger than that. That was like the Pyru gang itself. You know what I mean?
Right,
because
right.
How?
That's where Putin spend most of his time at. Putin spend most of his time on the east side.
No disrespect to the west. One went to the east side was Baba Louie.
Yes.
Ask Cynthia. When she first saw Baba Louie, she thought he was Putin because ain't nobody ever seen him before. Am I lying,
right, Cynthia?
Am I lying, Cynthia?
She don't muted herself again.
Yeah, her volume ain't on.
Yeah. When Baba Louie went over there, was doing the break dance and this thing. They thought it was Putin, and they were scared to death. Is that Putin? So him, Cynthia.
She don't muted herself.
So that's then Baba Louie went and got Lil Vince. And they kept it a secret for a while until Michael Johnson found out all them girls was over there, and then Putin, the ravage that he is, he started hanging. You know, so that was just what you call an adjunct. They had been doing, and let me say this. This is what I hear. I was in prison all that time. I caught mine in YTS 72. I went to San Quentin. I didn't get out till 76. I had other problems, but I was up to date on everything that was happening in Compton. It was a communication line back in the day. Did nothing happen that we didn't know about, you know? So yeah, it all came to a part, and it was like Putin was everywhere. And you got to realize that when Putin came to Pyru Street, it wasn't until 70 or 71. He didn't grow up on Pyru.
Let me address somebody right quick. Look, most likely, check this out, bro. I understand that you want to ask Marv all these ridiculous questions. He's here, he's talking, and we speaking about empowering black people, but you want us to be in a disagreement. I don't know why your mind is set up that way, but brother, we're not here to be in a disagreement, you know what I mean? Because two things can be true. Me and Marv understand what's going on with what I said and what he said. So, but if you want us to be on here feuding and fighting, you keep perpetuating the myth, the black on black stuff, man. Let's not do that, brother. Won't you show the brother some love and show me some love and show both nations some respect, man? You want to see brothers just continue to fight, and you want to spew that I'm not saying asking Marv all the tough questions. It's not necessary for all that. Marv is giving us a history lesson.
But man, what are the tough questions? I didn't kill my mama.
I came to learn because like I said, this Charleston White guy, I don't even really want to speak on him because he's not even irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? My thing was when I heard Ayatollah and the other guy speak, they have Melvin Farmer. I heard that what Charleston White don't understand, that you don't know all the Compton, you don't know all the LA, you don't know all the Linwood, and you say F California, you have to understand you're not dealing with just a certain people that really care about any consequences. You're dealing with psychopaths, sociopaths, and serial killers. You know what I'm saying? And that's all they know. So to limit yourself, see, we got to start, instead of dividing, because some of the stuff he say, I understand. And I know Marv was trying to get to a point to try to conversate and say, we understand about how we need to get together, but don't start a divide. Don't come out here saying F everybody, when that's going to start another divide, and we're professional set trippers. Believe me, we've been set tripping for 40, 50 years. We know how to do this stuff like it's a second nature. So I understand what he's saying, but you have to, it's a way you say things. You can't disrespect people when people have lost family members, loved ones, brothers and sisters. And there is some gang members that's doing really good stuff now, you know, that is living really good, you know, that's made it to where you pulling out the negative and you disrespecting people. Now you limit yourself because you can't go certain places. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we're not about. We're not trying to add to the set tripping. We're trying to come together as a whole, and because your ghetto is no different than mine. I don't care what ghetto you go to, you're gonna have blacks killing blacks. Ye was out there, did a video, it's bullet holes all in Houston. You know what I'm saying? It's bullet holes everywhere. So to say certain things and diss people that you don't have a full understanding of what you're doing is basically suicide. You know what I'm saying? So
you see that man in the background?
Yeah.
That's why I got him back there, because one of the profound things he said, every time you find a black man that says something good or good for his people, you got another black man in the background that's going to speak against it.
That's
right. Right. And that's why I say that we got to unite and come to where we don't do harm to each other. You know, just for, like you say, I told her where when that money is the bottom line, and they getting these ratings and they getting these podcasts and they getting money off of it, they'll say anything, even if it's suicidal or just stupidity out of ignorance, just to get $1. And that's not conducive to life. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, humans are more important than anything on the planet. You know what I'm saying? Money is just some paper with slave owners on it. You know what I'm saying? So
here's the thing too, Bam. A lot of with our people, man, it ain't the fact they don't know how to think. It's the fact they don't understand. What they do is equate emotions and feelings, and once something becomes emotionalized, it becomes reactionary. They just don't know what thinking is. You know what I mean? Because that brother was clearly looking for me to be reactionary towards another brother. I found out me and Marv know half of the city together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe more than that. You know, so
I think all of it. I think y'all know everybody. Honest to God, y'all know everybody.
Man, and when I had the conversation with him, man, it was such a beautiful situation, man, and everything he was sharing with me. And then he took me back to the 50s. See, he growing me. I need him to grow me. I don't need him to be against me.
Right. We're trying to learn here.
Right. Well said.
I got a question for Bam. Hey, what's up, Bam? What's up, homie?
In the Nation of Islam, it's called rising above emotions. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And once we are Big Bam, Compton front hood. Oh, my man. Yeah. So we as men, that's why when it first aired, I had dudes all from Detroit, from New Jersey, telling me to go in. I don't even know, brother. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, I'm a reactionary and went on Vlad and said a gang of stuff, and it wouldn't have got us together. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But by me being old now, my patience is better. You dig what I'm saying? And we kept on
that curly top. I told her, somebody in the chat said, man, I told her keep that curly top.
I would tell y'all, but this is a family show, and I'll tell you about it later. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Hey, well, we can ride horses to Knoxbury Farm, because see, the thing slick is he didn't know he have to have a GPS to get to towns. He didn't know that before the 91 freeway, it was Artesia, right?
Yeah.
You can ride a horse all the way to Artesia to where the 5 is and go right down it. It's 20 miles. I done been in stable. He talk about I don't know how to. Man, do you realize when I grew up, Compton was the country?
That's all we did was horseback ride.
And rabbits and shit in my yard.
Right.
That's
all we did was horseback ride in the 60s.
Every day and clean out stalls for Don Drysdale. The LA Dodgers lived in Richland Farm. And then I'd still lay horses. Yes, I would. You know what I'm saying? And when I was going to Disneyland on Wednesdays, you could ride every ride in Disneyland for 10 cents. Now try to get in today for 10 cents.
Right.
Well,
you ain't getting in for $10.
Hey, Ayatollah, we got Slick here. We need to Slick.
Oh, there you go. There go my buddy Slick.
Nigga, here
What's up, Slick?
Yeah.
God damn it, that's what you saying, god damn it.
Yeah,
I need a GPS to go motherfucking Tams, you old.
You gotta get a GPS to Tams. You don't know nothing about no direction or land.
You motherfucker, you ain't riding no motherfucking horse from Compton to no motherfucking Disneyland, god damn it.
You ain't.
Stop that shit.
Who ain't? When did you learn how to ride a horse?
Marv, I'm gonna bring you to my house tomorrow, nigga, and then you put a saddle on. If you put a saddle on, nigga, then I'll believe you.
I put a saddle on tonight on you and your horse.
Come on, boy. That's dope.
Nigga, I'm from Compton. You just moved in the other day. You
no, nigga, no. Hey, Marv. Hey, Marv. I've been from Compton, you old goddamn senior citizen.
and you get to be a senior citizen. Look,
God damn it. And then where you leave the motherfucking horses at, Marv? And then you rode motherfucking bikes back to Compton from Disneyland. Nigga, you didn't know how to get to Disneyland.
Let your little horse go, and I guarantee you he'll walk back the way he was fed at. That's why they call it horse sense, little homie.
Marv, what route you take? What route you take, Marv?
Hey, Slick, it was streets before the 91 freeway. You don't know nothing about freeway. Artesia Boulevard goes all the way down, homie. And in Anaheim, it wasn't nothing but farms, cow farms, and orange trees, dude.
So you saying, Marv, so you saying the white people let 3 black dudes ride all the way to Disneyland?
Why they gonna stop me? It's against the law to ride a horse.
So you saying you put the saddle on, the bridle on, and everything?
I can do all of that, and I can ride bareback. Nigga, I'm from Compton. I'm a cowboy, dude.
You coming over tomorrow so I can see you put a motherfucking saddle on live, goddammit.
On live. and then I'm gonna put a bridle in your big ass mouth.
No, you can't put no bridle. You can't put no bridle on my motherfucking mouth, goddammit.
Slick, listen. So, what's that question you want to ask me?
We all here. Hey, I was in the pen with Inch. Was Inch your brother?
Yeah, that was my favorite brother.
Man, rest in peace. That was my buddy, man.
Yeah.
When we was in Calipatria, me and Inch, and when I seen you, I thought y'all was twins. And I said, that gotta be Inch's brother, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, rest in peace to the homie. That was my dog, man. Him, KB, all of us was up there. C-Dog, all of us.
Bodacious. Hey, homie, don't change the motherfucking subject. I'm trying to get on this old motherfucker with this
Slick.
dude on this motherfucking head.
Hey, Bozo, we're talking business right now. Come over to the house.
Hey, Slick, hold up. I want to commend Marv. Watch this. I've been knowing Marv since I was a puppy. He always, the names he was mentioning, half of them motherfuckers don't know who Big George is, Greg Taylor. Greg Taylor's game uncle. Big George is in front of it. That's my big homie, right? I told Marv, Melly Mel today, I said, man, when Marv was in Tracy, he walked that line, didn't no nigga want to see Marv.
Yeah, you told us that when we was on live.
But this the cold part, right? I done been over there in their hood, no, nothing ever happened to me. Because it's all about respecting one another.
Right,
say, we need to come together. Bo Dexter was saying some real powerful shit that I'm feeling, right? Yeah, watch this, man. Cynthia need to run for the motherfucking mayor. Melly Melton already made it honorary, man, right? I wouldn't mind having Omar back again. We need, because we keep getting people in our communities that don't love our communities, right?
Right.
They don't give a fuck how Compton look. Compton used to be a beautiful city at one time.
Man.
Listen to me. We need people like the people that's talking now. We give, but don't nobody seem to realize I just talked about it. We give Charleston White too much energy.
Right.
You're right. We give Charleston White too much energy, man. Check this out, man. That dude is a waste. He's a piece of shit. You feel me? He read a book to become a gang member, right?
Come on.
I don't know why Marv gave him the time of motherfucking day. That was a waste of time, Marv.
Well, Scud would have let Marv talk. It probably wouldn't have ended that way, right? Let me take this call, Melly.
Let me say this. Let me interrupt you right here, bro. What happened is, see, this dude already had that plan. I watched the interview. My only situation for going out there, when he said fuck Montreal, you affecting Compton now. You dig what I'm saying? And then he made the statement that ain't nobody from California gonna come to Dallas. Why in the hell we ain't? So once he came there, he already had his plan. This dude is a fraud. You feel what I'm saying?
It's a publicity stunt. It's just a publicity stunt.
I don't know why y'all gave him a time of motherfucker.
I ain't giving him nothing. Like I said, once you disrespect me to a point to where I just don't give you no more energy. You don't get no energy from me. You know what I'm saying? Nothing.
But see, you have to still understand. See, it ain't no turning the other cheek, because then a lame will try to knock your face off. Once he made that statement, we went to Dallas. He did all that hooping and hollering, but we ran him out of his own studio. And just like Skull said, we here, California here. He never came back.
Hey,
you feel
Marv, that nigga said he had his pistol on him too.
Yeah, he had it, but he ain't never shot it. A gang of them have it.
Hey, Marv,
so
he said
it's not the point. Whatever, just like with me and Mel, when this stuff been going on for 2 weeks, people been talking and this and that. You've been running your mouth, but we expect that from a retard.
Run my motherfucking mouth.
Slick, what?
And then once we got together, me and brother spoke. Now this little Cat Williams, look, before this interview even stopped, me and him talked. But when he found out what the bottom line was, he been used to doing verbal gymnastics with people that weren't literate. So he didn't want to do nothing with us. But we just had to show that, yeah, California, we solid. Bloods and Crips. I don't care what we do. Ain't nobody from another state gonna say shit and not have no consequences.
Go in the front.
So
yeah, I think it could have been a media setup. It could have been, Charlatan. I call him Charlatan White because he remind me of a carnival barker, like a clown or something. But I think he does things on purpose, and he did state in it that he's a shock jock, and I understood that. But at the same time, he's very disrespectful, and he really can't speak to the culture. He can only speak from an outside point of view, which don't give him an inside look into what it really is,
So he's just communicating with other introverts.
Yes.
That's his whole, these people that's locked up and wishing that they read the book that he read. So, I mean, that's there. It went there. Like you say, I don't give him that energy. He can talk his ass off, but he ain't coming to California, period. He won't catch a bus to come out here. So he can do, and now he's so cornered in Dallas because now all Skull's homeboys, don't nobody, he stay way out on the east end of Dallas with all white folks. He don't even come in close to no city. So now the people that he's been dealing with, now they cutting him off because of his mouth. He's not doing any good for the community. He's not doing any good for children. He's just whacking. He's an agent.
Yeah,
so,
I don't see how anybody would want him around their kids in the way he speaks, because he don't speak with love. When you look at him, watch, all you gotta do is pay attention to him. When he's talking, anytime he's talking or giving an interview, there's no empathy, there's no love, there's nothing coming from him. You can't see anything remotely close to love or caring about a culture or a people that comes from Charleston White. It's just not there.
So, in my life, I done found out when you have dudes like that, instead of arguing with them, you just do better. So when they shine, they kill themselves. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right.
So like we're talking about right now about building a new Compton where we have so much involvement that we can start dictating to what's going on. That's what we need. We need to be able to be the ones that have a council person that we know from the hood. So when something's done in the 4th district, he's accountable for it. Not these other suckers that they don't feel like it's no responsibility. If we start hanging some of their little dogs and stuff up in there, people won't be just talking shit about you.
Well, all you have to do is expose them because they're stealing money. Look at the streets. The streets ain't been done in 50 years. So somebody running off with the money.
We can't expose them. All we have to do is replace them.
That part too. Part too. They gotta be replaced. They gotta be replaced.
We have enough people. We have enough people that just ain't got nothing to do. On the next election, it need to be 700, 800 Crips and Bloods vote. And we need to continue to do that, change the streets, change the tune of the time. And then, because, you can give anybody a job, that don't mean I'm gonna keep it. I have to learn what my position in life is. And when I knew better, I'll do better. When we start lifting up our communities and start making our hoods look like they're supposed to look, people will start changing their concepts.
And most people are followers. They'll follow right along.
We look at Gonzalez Park. Well, everybody goes to Gonzalez. All the motorcycle club. It's a united park. It's a safe haven. Like, if we can do that in every park, man, like, we'll change the game.
Yeah.
Somebody.
Well, hey, fellas, I got to tap out.
Okay,
you know, I just wanted to tell you, what's up? Hey, Slick, it's always a pleasure, homie. Ayatollah.
Let's do it again.
We need to be.
Bam, everybody. I'm out. I'll see y'all around. You know, I'll be in touch.
Okay. Thank you, bro. What do you think, Marv? Somebody in the chat said we need to rent or own our politicians like every other race do.
That's right. That's right. Most definitely. We can create them. We can even make Slick a council person.
Slick for councilman?
Yeah, Slick could be a damn good councilman.
Slick can't do it. I don't know what's Slick. We can't even hear you, Slick.
He muted out.
Yeah, he done muted himself.
Yeah, he didn't talk. His battery done ran down. Look, come on, man. I get the finger. Big homie, I get the finger.
Slick has a good heart, man. He just be joking around.
No, he ain't got no good heart.
He don't got no good heart.
Slick is rotten, man. He just rotten. We just work with him. You know what I'm saying? You know how you have an old tomato and you just know it ain't no good, but you just hold on and hope it be ketchup.
That's good stuff, man. That's good stuff. Well, Ayatollah Marv, man, salute to you and continue to do your things you do. I can't say enough about how well this was a much needed conversation, and I hope we get to do it again continuously until we get to our destination. You know what I mean? Because
peace be with you, brother. And I mean, I'm glad we got this dialogue so my people can see that who you are with me and you, and we have a common ground. You feel what I'm saying? And we both know Compton.
And we both know Compton. So, Marv, listen, man. Anything comes up or anything come up on, I'll be sure to tap in with you if I need any reference or information in regards to Compton earlier years. I'll definitely tap in with you. And man, feel free to come on the Hood Post, man, anytime, man. You got this.
Okay, I will. Hey, look, and if we need anything from Boyle Heights, let's get with Slick.
Okay.
All right, y'all, I'm out.
Okay.
George.
Take care, man. Take care. Appreciate you. Slick, man. What you doing, man? What's up, Slick? Go out and come back in, Slick. I think that was very profound. I think it was a much needed conversation, and we were building. But we had maybe one or two people that was, you know, not feeling it or whatever. But that's cool. I mean, that's part of it. I understand, you know. But at the same time, we need to move. We need to move towards betterment, upper mobility for the people. And I think Marv highlighted some special things. Also, audacious. You know what I mean? I mean, this was a really great day. You know, I think it was. What's up, Slick?
You can hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you, man.
So y'all gonna the postman viewers gonna let that old 71 senior citizen Ben Gay ass putting her ass on talk about me and I ain't on there? Marv, I'm gonna see you, Marv. I'm gonna see you. I'm gonna see you at the park. God damn it, you old ass senior citizen.
Man,
what?
You gotta let Marv be Marv, man. Marv is very useful, man.
Yeah, the motherfucker that I supposed to be on there when he be talking shit, so I could talk my shit back.
You gotta admit, he was funny.
That motherfucker said I couldn't find Tams without a GPS. Well, I was gonna get on this motherfucking head. Boy, I was gonna get on his head. You know that's a toupee on there he got on his head. That's a toupee. That ain't his real hair. Marv for to get back on here. Why? Marv for to get back on here.
Nah, that's Bam for to get back on.
Oh, yeah, put Bam on here. Shit.
Lost him.
God damn it. All right, Marv. You got your jokes in when I wasn't on live, homie. I got in late.
Hey, what's up?
What's happening?
No, my little sister just hit me, man. Somebody just stole her motherfucking car.
What kind of car she had?
Feel me?
They finna go do a drive-by on that motherfucker.
I hope they don't. Shit. I sure hope they don't. Well, what's up, Slick? You all right, man?
What's up, Bam?
Motherfucker, but you all right with me?
Hey,
shit, I love
you know it's all fun and games. I don't take shit personal.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
You had a good show tonight, Melly Mel. That was a good one.
I don't take nothing personal, Bam. I don't take nothing personal. Shit, I could dish it out just the way I can take it.
That's right. OG Bam Perspective's gonna be on tomorrow night, man.
Yeah.
You know,
okay.
You know, I can't drop my content might not be king like the mailman. You feel me? You ain't gonna get no check on the first 15 fucking with me.
I'm finna unscribe the mailman. I'm finna unscribe Melly Mel. That nigga let Marv talk about me and ain't defend me.
Don't leave me, Slick. Hey, Slick, I let you go in on Marv yesterday.
You muted me, goddammit. You muted me. That was you that muted me, goddammit.
Yeah,
I'm unsubscribing you, Melly Mel. I'm unsubscribing you.
It was a good one, though, y'all. It was
you didn't let Marv call me a masculine and all that shit.
Where you from?
I'm from Africa, homie. I'm from the Congo.
There it is there, man.
213.
I'm finna pull, when I see Marv, I'm gonna pull this toupee off. Watch.
810.
Hey,
hold up, man. I'm still here.
I gotta get up out of here though, Bam. I gotta get up out of here.
All right. Get up out of here. Get up out of here. You in violation.
Hey, Slick.
All right, Bam.
I might be through tomorrow.
Nah, don't come, homie. You not welcome no more. You're not welcome no more. I'm unsubscribing. You just lost a follower. That Angola. What's his name? Angola. What type of name is Angola? Antola, whatever the old man name is. His name is old man to me now. His name ain't Mark. His name old man.
I'm gonna come get the Cadillac tomorrow, man.
No, I don't even know you no more, Mel. Bye.
Professor Melly Mel, the Hood Post, man. We had a grand time. Yeah, shout out to the mail room. Shout out to the mail room nation. Click the notification bell, like, subscribe, and share. Drop a comment down below. So when the dope content hit, it'll feel like the 1st of the 15th, and we'll be back. We are gone. We are gone. We are gone.